everyone, my name is Millie and welcome to The Performing Arts and Me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. As I said, my name is Millie and I make videos about the performing arts, my general life experiences and things like that. So if you're interested, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. As I'm filming, I am about to start my second year at London Studio Centre, where I am training in musical theatre, and I wanted to share some reflections from my first year and some goals for second year and some things I want to work on. So I hope you find this video useful and let's get started. Okay, so I have some things jotted down here. So if I'm glancing down, that's what I'm looking at. So my year one reflections. One of the most important things that I learned that came up in most of my reflection videos from this year was the importance of sleep. And I've got it down here as sleep, health and mental health should be top priority. And this is something that I've definitely realised this year. Without a good night's sleep, my health and mental health suffers. And obviously having poor health and mental health isn't going to help with college and dancing, singing and all of that. But also it's just not particularly nice to be struggling with either mental health or physical health. So yeah, sleep, mental health and health is very important. And that is one of my top takeaways for this year. And go to bed on time is one of my goals for second year. Another big takeaway from this year, which I did mention in one of my previous reflection videos as well, is the importance of keeping in mind the bigger picture and not getting hung up on all the little details. And that's in class, like in routines and things as well. Obviously details are important, but sometimes I'd be so fixated on details that I'd miss the bigger picture. Not just in routines and in class and things, but also just in general, like in life. If I'm focusing on all the little things, I might get so hung up on those that I miss the big picture. So that is something I've learned, that it's important to keep the big picture in mind. Something else that I want to mention is I feel like this year, I mentioned in one of my previous reflection videos that I became aware that I was actually comparing myself to others. Looking at other people and getting inspired by them can be helpful, but comparing yourself to others in a negative way isn't very helpful. So I feel like reflecting on this year, one of my key takeaways is that I should try and work on my confidence and being more confident, comparing myself with others less, and just stressing and overthinking less where possible. Something else that I've learned actually from watching someone else is that if you work hard, you will improve. I say I've learned it from someone else because there was one person in one of my classes, I'm not going to be giving specifics, this person really stuck out to me because they just improved so much in this particular class, and I've heard them say that they were putting in work outside of college in order to improve. That person really just stuck out to me as pointing out the value of hard work. It was pretty inspiring to see how their hard work paid off. My final big reflection that I want to share is that I am doing this to be a professional. I am doing this course to be a professional. This is again something else I mentioned in one of my reflection videos. And I think this is part of the big picture thing in a way, actually. Remembering the overall goal rather than getting hung up on individual assessments, marks, lessons, choreography pieces, trying to keep the big picture in mind. And related to realising it's important to remember that I'm doing this to be a professional is something else I mentioned, which is that I should try not to hold myself back by expecting myself to fail. I generally was good at giving things a go, but in term 2 I realised that sometimes I was expecting myself to fail and therefore wasn't necessarily doing as well as I could have done. And in term 3, when we did our show and we got our pieces show ready, I realised I could get routines cleaner than I maybe would have expected myself to be able to. So I think I should have higher expectations for myself in that regard. Not in the fact that I can't make mistakes, that I can't learn, I can't improve, but in the fact that I should expect myself to, with practice, be able to get better than I thought I would have done. Does that make any sense? I don't know. And also related to the professional performer thing is that it's important to make choices in singing, acting, musical theatre, performance of dance. It's important to make choices and to go big, like to go big with things, be bold with your choices, and not just play it safe. Like if you're doing too much, they're going to tell you, but it's better to go big and be like, you need to tone it down a bit, than go too small. That's something that I think lots of people have probably been told before. I've been told that before, but it's something that has been refreshed in my mind and that I'd like to try and apply next year. And also like to bring that, I mentioned this in my reflection video on Dance Overture, I think, to bring the energy that you bring to a show into the studio. That's what I want to try and do for second year. Okay, so just 5 skills that I'm going to mention that I want to work on for second year. One is my belt quality and that kind of more contemporary belty sound in singing. I want to work on that. Next is hip hop. That was something that was quite new to me for first year, so I want to keep working on that in second year. The next one is pickup, like pickup skills for dance. The next is jazz dance, and then the final one is tap dance. And I'm now really quickly going to share a few goals or aims for second year. I don't know if I've fully finalised my goals, so these might change slightly. And I might add some or take some away. And there are some habits that I'm trying to form that aren't necessarily on this list, but I'm just not going to go into all of those as well. So here's just a selection. Number 1 is don't sprain my ankle. I've had lots of ankle sprains this year. Number 2 is to do supplementary conditioning outside of college, so like strength, cardio, stretching, things like that. Number 3 is to do personal practice of dance, singing, acting outside of college. Then I have be more organised with homework and assignments, etc. So trying to complete those and start those earlier and making a good plan for completing them if it's like a bigger essay type thing. My next one is to refine my note-taking practice. I also have to be stricter / have higher like standards for myself, and that's in terms of what I was mentioning with like expecting more of myself, expecting myself to be able to put in the practice and get a routine clean rather than being like, oh, I don't think I can get it any better than that. That's, again, not saying that I'm not okay to make mistakes, but like expecting myself to put in more work to get it better, if that makes sense. My next one is to go to bed on time, so important. And also it's not on my list, but taking care of my mental health is a big goal for this second year. Also to do more sociable things, like sociable seeing people outside of college type things. And my final one is to stick with another hobby, which is probably going to be mainly languages. I'm really interested in languages. I speak Spanish and I'm trying to learn French, and I did do a bit of this towards the end of first year, but I'd really like to stick with that because I think it's important to have a hobby outside of musical theatre. And also I want to, it's not on my list, but I want to practice music more. I play the piano and I'm trying to learn the violin, so practice those a bit more to build up those skills as well. Another goal is to do more in terms of YouTube with this channel and with my Instagram for this channel and my TikTok for this channel. So if you don't follow me over on my Instagram or my TikTok, they're both at The Performing Arts and Me, so please go and give me a follow over there. And another goal that isn't on this list is I'd like to, which I kind of mentioned earlier actually, is I'd like to work on my confidence. Okay, and I think that is everything I wanted to share with you in today's video. It's just been a bit of a whistle-stop tour of some takeaways from last year, some goals and skills I want to work on for next year. I haven't finalised my goals yet, so these are subject to change, and there might be more or less on this list. And also they're not SMART goals yet, as in I haven't planned out, this is what I'm going to do at this point, and this is how I'm going to get there. These are more like what I want to achieve, and I need to be more specific with how I'm going to achieve that, but I'll probably do that at a later date if all of these stay as my goals, if and when I come to do that. But I just wanted to share these with you and get this video filmed, so I hope it's been helpful for you in some way, and if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. I'm really trying to grow my channel, so yeah, I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!